Here's Johnny!
And I'm trying to do, because it's almost Halloween, speaking of which, look at this cute little pumpkin.
It's a great pumpkin! He's rising up out of the pumpkin patch!
I'm trying to do like spooky movies I've seen, and what better way off and start with like The Shining. I even wrote a script. This is the first time I really wrote a script for my videos because I want to try to stay more organized and get as much as I want to say in my brain out. And yeah, so I'm gonna do The Shining, and it's a film. It's directed by the notorious Stanley Kubrick. He did Eyes Wide Shut, which is also a good film, and he's known for being like very meticulous. Yeah, like he's if you ask like a favorite director, if I ask someone to ask a person who's like a favorite director of theirs, they're probably gonna say Stanley Kubrick. And it has Jack Nicholson, who I love, and Shelley Duvall, which I think she's so underrated because everyone praises Jack Nicholson, but like I think about like Shelley Duvall is just a part that's making like this film like kind of a classic is her. And Stanley Kubrick like abused her on set, like I believe like verbally, and she was kind of never the same after that. So yeah. Directors, am I right? Yeah, I love Shelley Duvall. I love her eyes. And I also read the book too, and it's the book is written by, of course, Stephen King, and it's the main plot, the central plot is the same, but it's the book, I read this a while ago, like Jack is more like, I believe, like you can sympathize with him more than in the movie. Stephen King actually did not like this adaptation, so T. Yeah, so he didn't like this adaptation. Yeah, Jack, I believe like the main difference, or well, Wendy in the book, she's blonde, I believe, and she's more, she has more of a voice, I would say, in the book, and Jack is way different. Yeah, like the characters themselves, like they're deaf. The book versus the movie is very, very different. And this movie it's so much to analyze. Like I'd have to make this video like 4 hours long, so I'm just like touching the surface on this movie. And we also watched it in my film class, and I threw a Halloween party and we watched it. Yeah, so let's dive into it. And to start off with the title, The Shining, like, it's ironic and I believe a juxtaposition, because The Shining, you expect bright things, and it mostly relates to Danny's gift to be able to see into the future. He's kind of omniscient, if I'm saying that correctly.
I can remember when I was a little boy, my grandmother and I could hold conversations entirely without ever opening our mouths. She called it shining. And for a long time, I thought it was just the two of us that had the shine to us.
But The Shining, but a lot of dark things happen in this film. Kubrick, he did a lot of like doubles and playing like juxtapositions, like playing with things in that way. And one thing we talked about in my film class is colors used in the film, which it blew my mind because Danny and Wendy, well, it starts off with The Shining is about a family. Jack, yeah, that's his name, Jack, Wendy, and Danny. And Danny and Wendy wear similar color, meaning that they're a unit, and Jack is separate from them because Danny and Wendy wear a lot of blues, whites, and reds. And blues, that we discussed is innocence, because Danny and Wendy are both innocent in the situation that Jack puts them through. And red, and there were little bits of red, but the more like red that is shown, that is foreshadowing, which also Kubrick did a lot in this film, is foreshadowing that shit's about to go down for them. And red is supposed to just be like evil, and when you see red you think of blood. It's just no bueno. And Jack wears like a lot of greens and dark colors. He is separate from Danny and Wendy. And another thing is another color that I can't speak that is prominent throughout the film is green and gold. Green is the color of the famous bathroom scene. You see a lot of green, and I believe that's supposed to represent the supernatural elements. And then gold is mainly in that like bar in the hotel that Jack visits when he's like going toward the deep end.
Hi, Lloyd. A little slow tonight, isn't it?
And gold is supposed to represent the elite. Now, Stanley Kubrick, fun fact, he told Nicole Kidman that like he studied secret societies exclusively, and he says secret societies and like the top elite rule the world, which hello, the 1%. So that he threw like his own ideology in that. And sorry, I'm reading off my script. Yeah, but a foreshadowing when like at the beginning of the film when Jack talks about like the cannibals and the mountains and people like had to like didn't make it up there, that's foreshadowing like what they're not gonna have a very safe journey either.
Hey, wasn't it around here that the Donner Party got snowbound?
I think that was farther west in the Sierras.
What was the Donner Party?
They were a party of settlers in covered wagon times. They got snowbound one winter in the mountains. They had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive.
You mean they ate each other up?
They had to, in order to survive.
Jack.
Don't worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
See? It's okay. You saw it on the television.
And mirrors are also important in this film. Whenever you see it like a mirror, it's Jack, and he like sees himself either losing his mind or to show more detachment from Danny and Wendy's reality. And another thing is Stanley Kubrick did a lot of with the twins, the scary ass twins.
Hello, Danny. Come and play with us. Come and play with us, Danny.
He did a lot of doubles and juxtapositions like that. And the twin reference has been used a lot, and even is mentioned in the movie Us, which is also a great horror film, which I believe Jordan Peele got inspiration from the twins. I'm not sure. But this movie is like surprisingly emotional too, because Jack, he's an alcoholic, and sorry if you're triggered by alcoholism. And it just shows the wrath that he just takes on his whole family. And not only him, but it's like he attracts just so much chaos and it affects Wendy and Danny, ultimately. And another thing, is that I believe why this movie is so scary and jarring is that you only get the answers that Kubrick wants you to get. He like hijacks your mind, and like even it ends on the cliffhanger. Like he makes you want to think about it, and like you just analyze it, and it's just so like there's not a lot of, there is, I believe there's a couple jump scares, but it's more like psychological. Even like everything is so, he made it like a symphony with this horror movie, because even the music, one thing that like blew my mind talking in film class is when Wendy screams, like the music like sounds like a scream too. It's just so, gosh, this movie, I love it so much. I don't wanna necessarily have his like ego dirtbag behavior on set, but I wanna make films that like hijack your mind. But I hope everyone's staying safe, and I'll do more spooky films in the upcoming till Halloween. And there's a full moon that's also blue on Halloween, so I hope everyone enjoys that and stay safe and stay indoors. I think Halloween's more fun indoors anyway, like just watching horror movies or like The Addams Family, more on the campy side, and eating candy, you know. But yeah, stay safe everyone, and thank you for watching.